Frank Vernuccio Jr. is on the line right now, the New York Analysis and Policy and Government. And Frank, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Bill, it's good to be with you again.
We're just all excited over low fares out of Syracuse right now. It's funny, the little things in life, how they get us going.
Well, I used to work up in Albany, and I got to tell you, when it came to about this time of year, folks are so exhausted of winter that they just want to get out of town.
You can't wait to leave. Believe me, we have spring break coming up here in 2 weeks.
21st.
A lot of people will be heading out of town.
All you need is spring.
All we need is a little spring. And, looking at 30s today is just not going anywhere right now. All right, so tell me, we've heard some leaking going on, but this is leaking that might actually benefit the president. So Mueller's saying the president is still under investigation, but he's not a criminal target. What does all of this mean?
Well, according to the U.S. Attorney's Manual, subject to someone who is of interest in an ongoing investigation, it doesn't mean, though, that you're the target of an investigation,
right.
But you could become a target of investigation later on.
It's funny. We had a correspondent, Ryan Nobles, on yesterday from CNN who said, this could actually be Mueller playing hey, I'm playing nice. This is going to be really an easy interview I'm going to have with the president. Oh, but who knows? He could say something that could incriminate himself, right?
Well, that's right. And in fact, if you look at the way that Bob Mueller has progressed in this investigation, most of the work he's done has not been for a so-called underlying crime of collusion, because according to U.S. statutes, there really is no crime called collusion, but people have gotten in trouble for things like misleading a federal prosecutor or lying on a form submitted to a federal prosecutor. So if the president, who is quite famous for shooting a bit from the hip, says something that Bob Mueller decides is misleading, well, then the president could get in trouble for that rather than some underlying misdeed that that has been brought up so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And obviously the danger there, it's almost like saying, listen, murder is not a crime, but the cops want to bring you in to ask you about a murder. And if you lie about, even though that's not a crime, if you lie about it, you could be facing serious charges.
Yeah.
Would your advice be do not sit down and talk to them?
Well, the problem with that is that there would be a political price to pay. We all know, going back to things like some scandals right here in New York State, that when a federal, state or local elected official says, pleads the Fifth Amendment or says, I'm not going to talk, well, that has a political price to pay, and the president, who, of course, will be up for re-election, does not want to have to pay that political price.
Yeah. This lingering on, it would be certainly better for this to end, right, with the midterms coming. This lingering.
That's exactly the point. And, of course, we don't know where all this is going to lead. Now, Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, has appointed John Huber to look into misdeeds at the DOJ and the FBI. This whole thing could take a very unexpected turn. Let's not forget that there are ties between the Ukrainian government and Hillary Clinton's campaign. So at some point, this focus might change totally away from the Republicans and towards the Democrats.
You're one of the few that actually talks about this, and it's something that I believed all along. I think this Robert Mueller is a very decent person who is really looking for the truth. Obviously, he's been demonized. And I say Republicans should be cautious in demonizing him. You never know what he uncovers, and it might not be a Republican at the end of the day. I think you're absolutely right.
That could be a very surprising development, but not a totally unexpected one.
Yeah.
If you're looking into the totality of the 2016 campaign, this could take some very weird turns.
Frank V. Vernuccio Jr., thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it. Frontier flights, $29 tomorrow into Syracuse if you need them, okay? Just so you know.
Good to know. Gentlemen, take care. Good being with you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.